Hello, this is Eric Shelley, and I'm the president of the Pennsylvania Academy of General Dentistry. We're here today to talk to you about an upcoming practice management program that we've been putting together. I've asked a consultant from Motivations by Mouth, Lorraine Guth, to speak with us today. She's going to give us a little bit of information about the program she's helping us to put together.
Thank you, Eric. I'm so excited about this program and what it'll do for the members of the PAGD. This program we're calling it Creating Practice Success for Your Future, but the program is about providing you with information that you need to have to prepare your practice for the changes that are happening in the industry. So we're going to talk about the 4 basic aspects of that, which are, how do you affect your reimbursements from the insurance company and make those improve, whether you participate or not in insurance. This is important for all of you. How do you deal with looking at your practice and understanding what should I be looking at in statistics and why does it matter? And how do I use that information to benefit my practice? Looking at what you need to know about marketing, both what you need to do and what's happening out there and how it affects what you're able to do for your patients, as well as understanding some of what you do in your new patient intake and your patient experience that are important for you as a dentist to maintain your practice.
Wow, that sounds like a really good set of topics. I know that the members of the Pennsylvania Academy of General Dentistry have been asking us to put together some kind of program that's going to help them in the current insurance environment and the corporate environment that's out there. Things are changing so quickly in dentistry right now. I know I was going over my year-end statistics, and I noticed that my write-offs had increased over the last 2 years almost 10%. I only participate in Delta Dental and one other minor insurance plan, and yet it had such a big effect on the practice. So it sounds like this program is just what our members are looking for, and certainly one of the things I'm looking for. I'd like you to go over the speakers that we brought in for this program.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us about a few of them.
We picked some speakers specifically so that you'll have abilities to go home and change your practice. And the first speaker I'm going to talk about is Ben Tuine from Everest Advocates. And one of the great things I'll say about Ben Tuine, he's a great speaker. He talks about insurance negotiation and what every dentist needs to know and understand. I have to say one thing about meeting Ben and seeing what he does. I have hope. Sometimes we're seeing what's happening out there, and it feels like for a practice, you're beating your head against the wall right now. And Ben has information and abilities to help you gain some control back in your reimbursements. And that's important for everyone.
Oh, that's certainly something we need to learn. I understand that he's going to be talking about how the insurance industry is working and how the insurance industry has been changing over the last couple of years. And I certainly think that will be welcome information. Who else do we have?
Well, I'm your second speaker, and I'm excited about that as well. I'm going to give a short piece about, from the doctor perspective, this is a doctor's only program. From the doctor's perspective, what do you need to look at in what's happening in your new patient call? And I'll share with you that even in my coaching, the way I coach the new patient call is really different now than it was 5 years ago, whether you participate or not. And part of that is because there's so much marketing out there from large corporate practices or different kinds of marketing, and it affects what the American culture thinks should happen when they come into practice. So we've got to find a way to step out on that new patient call and stand out. What I teach will be relational to what you need to know as a doctor to be able to tell if your administrative area is building your practice or destroying your practice, how to track it, how to look at it. So it'll be a great program for that. I'm going to give a couple tips on what you can do as a doctor when a new patient comes in, small, simple things that can affect their impression of you. So it'll be a great program in that regard.
Yeah, I know that's really important. You spend a lot of money on your marketing, and you certainly don't want your phone system or your phone skills to be sabotaging all the money you spend. you want to get those people through the door. So that should be a really good program. What else do we have?
Well, we have Tony from, he's Director of Professional Services from Sika Software. I've worked with Tony for a few years, and Tony brings great experience in the information, the statistics of a practice, how to look at them, what they mean, and how they should affect what you do. And we all know we should look at certain numbers, but Tony's able to see trends in a different sort of way. And he makes it reachable. And I don't know about you, Eric, but many of the clients I work aren't really excited about looking at statistics at the end of the day, after all the things you deal with, and make decisions. So, and one of the great things about Tony is, with his exposure at Sika, he's able to see statistics and trends from practices from thousands of practices around the country. And that information is really valuable. He's able to help you learn how to look at your statistics and learn whether you're profitable when you participate in certain areas. So he'll give some information in how Sika helps you with that. But really, this is about what do you need to pay attention to, and how do you find it as well in your own dental management software program.
Well, that sounds really great. And everybody that knows me knows I'm a numbers guy, so they know I'm going to be listening to him.
Yes.
So anyway, and I guess our final speaker is
Fred Joyal. And it's interesting. Some of you may have heard of Fred Joyal. Fred Joyal is known for 1-800-DENTIST. And I have to share with you, I presented with him in St. Louis a little while back and spent some time with him at dinner. And I am so impressed with his understanding of what's happening in trends, not just in marketing, but in the industry overall. So one of the things that's happened in his work with 1-800-DENTIST is it's given them an understanding of what our patients are calling and asking about, and they track that information. And there's different trending happening right now. And that's information we all need to know. They also work with marketing. I mean, I don't know has anyone ever told you how much Fred Joyal has spent on marketing in dentistry?
I had not heard that number, no.
He spent $500 million on marketing in dentistry. It's just amazing. Wow. So if you look at it, when we know that we have to start marketing, and budgets are difficult in dental practices, to be able to have someone there that can help you understand what works and what doesn't. I don't think there's anyone better than Fred Joyal. So he's going to talk about what we need to do in marketing, what we need to look at, how patients look at websites and how it affects their decisions, and how to know if you have a good website, and what the social media and networking, how important is it and where do you pay attention to it. And one of the great things about Fred Joyal I like right now is he has this reactivation process. And so what they're doing, what Futrodontics is doing, is they have people that are trained to call your patients and reactivate them. And they're trained to be able to perform customer service surveys so they can really understand why people are leaving your practices. And I have to tell you, I was a bit surprised at what the reasons were. It's not what you think it would be.
Wow. So this sounds like a really great program. We're going to have to wrap it up here, but we're probably going to have a couple more of these interviews regarding each of the speakers with maybe a little bit more detail. So keep your eye out for those. At this point, if you want information on registration or a more thorough course outline, you can go to pag.org and sign up for the course, and we hope to see you there.
Thank you.